Welcome back to From the Pages of Wrestling Superstars, the August 1977 issue, $1 on the cover. GC London publishing across the masthead, Stanley Weston running the operation, Bill Apter and Randy Gordon shaping the voice. And this isn't a quiet little magazine. This is territorial wrestling, mid-stride, mid-argument, mid-power struggle. You don't ease into this issue, you step into it. Before a single headlock is applied, the ads come at you like they're cutting promos of their own. A bodybuilding course guarantees inches of muscle, fast results, dramatic gains. A locksmithing institute promises income from home. A music school says you can teach yourself piano or guitar without a private instructor hovering over your shoulder. A racing system swears you can conquer the track and live like royalty. A self-defense device called the Steel Cobra claims it transforms into solid steel force when danger strikes. Every page is telling you that you can be stronger, smarter, richer, tougher. Mail the coupon, send the money order, change your life. That's the energy humming underneath this entire issue. Then page 6 lands and we get superstar portrait number 1, Ivan Putski. Thick neck, heavy shoulders, arms that look carved out of a weight room. The photos do the talking, he's compact power. No wasted motion, no flashy posing for effect. The layout doesn't drown you in paragraphs, it lets you see him. It wants you to understand what kind of strength you're dealing with before you even read a caption. Putski feels like someone who lifts because he enjoys the strain, because it's part of who he is. That's the message. Presence first, words second. Fan forum hits next and the temperature jumps. The readers are fired up. Superstar Billy Graham's offer to pay for a championship belt has struck a nerve. Letter after letter pushes back. A championship is not a commodity. It is not a prize you purchase. It is not something that changes hands through negotiation. It is earned in the ring. The fans defend that idea like they're defending a flag. They talk about honor. They talk about legitimacy. They talk about how insulting the offer feels. These aren't polite disagreements. They're protective statements. Wrestling in 1977 still carries moral weight for its audience. There's praise, too. Readers appreciate the newer features. Dream match, stargazing, columns that let imagination stretch forward. Some are excited about Bob Backlund's future. Some are worried about bold predictions, hinting that not everyone will make it to year's end. The emotional range is wide. Optimism, concern, loyalty, pride. You feel how invested these readers are. Superstar portrait number 2 turns the page to Lou Albano, and suddenly the energy is kinetic. Albano looks like he's mid-sentence even in a still photograph. Beard loaded with rubber bands, eyes wide, hands expressive. He doesn't look calm, he looks involved. Managers in this era aren't background decoration. They are power brokers. They whisper, they provoke, they shift outcomes without taking the fall. Albano embodies that role. He's not in the center of the ring throwing punches, but he is always in the center of the conversation. Superstar Grapevine slides in with rumor and tension. The question of the month hints that a top NWA wrestler may have reached out to Albano for help in winning a championship. That suggestion alone creates friction. What does it mean if a respected wrestler seeks managerial power? What does it say about ambition? The column discusses a petition to ban the clay hold. Chief Jay Strongbow refuses to sign anything that makes wrestlers appear afraid. Pride sits heavy in that statement. There is mention of dizzy spells connected to repeated exposure to the hold, but fear is brushed aside. The tone is defiant. Wrestlers don't retreat. Wrestlers don't admit vulnerability in print. The column presents itself as bold, as unafraid to print what others won't. Whether it's rumor or revelation, it reads like sparks landing on dry wood. Then the mood shifts with the wonderful world of pen pals. Kids from across the country send in their photos and addresses. 8 years old, 9, 12, 15. They proudly list their favorite wrestlers. They check boxes declaring allegiance to good guys or bad guys. They want pen pals who cheer for Bruno. They want someone who understands why Dusty Rhodes matters. Full mailing addresses are printed right there on the page. It's open. It's innocent. It's fandom built on stamps and envelopes. Wrestling isn't just watched. It's shared. Superstar portrait number 3 brings the Valiant brothers into focus. Swagger, confidence, colorful presence. They look like they enjoy stirring the crowd. Then Dream Match takes center stage and imagination gets serious. Bruno Sammartino versus Dusty Rhodes. The magazine doesn't treat it like cartoon fantasy. It treats it like a legitimate contest. Strength and discipline against resilience and charisma. The breakdown considers pacing, endurance, momentum swings. You can almost hear the crowd building as the hypothetical match unfolds. It feels possible. That's the hook. It feels like something that could headline tomorrow night. Area close-up zooms in on New York wrestling with a photo essay approach. Packed arenas, focused competitors. The city becomes part of the narrative. The images emphasize atmosphere. You don't just see the wrestlers. You see the crowd leaning forward. You see the scale of the venue. Wrestling in New York feels large, important, charged. Superstar Portrait number 4 spotlights Chief Jay Strongbow, firm expression, solid posture, a presence built on tradition and resolve. Then the superstar interview with Harley Race arrives. The NWA champion speaks with directness. He talks about the weight of the championship, about defending it across territories, about the grind of proving yourself repeatedly. There's no cartoon villain tone, there's seriousness. Race sounds like someone who understands that carrying a world title means living with constant challenge. Superstar Portrait number 5 reinforces that visually. Race looks composed, grounded, aware of his standing. Mil Mascaras steps forward in the fear behind the mask. The focus isn't just on his skill, it's on mystique. The mask isn't costume, it's identity. It creates distance and intrigue, it builds aura. The article leans into that sense of mystery, of a man whose face is hidden but whose impact is unmistakable. Superstar Quotebook condenses personalities into sharp statements, quick lines, direct voices. It feels like flipping through a series of verbal snapshots. Then the volume spikes. Superstar Graham declares, "Now Bruno is second best." It's bold, it's confrontational, it's not subtle. Graham isn't easing into the conversation, he's challenging it head on. The headline alone is enough to spark debate. Superstar Portrait number 6 cements the image. Flexed muscle, assertive posture, confidence radiating. Andre the Giant's 10 greatest triumphs follows, structured like a monument being assembled piece by piece. Each listed triumph adds weight to the idea that Andre is not simply large, he is historic. His victories stack up like chapters in a legend. Ivan Putski returns with torn between 2 titles, presenting ambition layered with tension. Opportunity pulls in more than one direction. That pressure feels real. Bob Backlund's A Day in the Life offers something grounded, routine, preparation, focus, discipline. You see the structure of his day, the seriousness with which he approaches the craft. Superstar Portrait number 7 reinforces that image, clean-cut, determined, measured. Backlund is framed not as chaos, not as spectacle, but as steady progress. Stargazing closes the editorial run by peering ahead. Predictions about what may come next. Hints about who might rise, who might struggle. It doesn't offer certainty, it offers possibility. It leaves the reader thinking beyond the final page, and all the while, the ads keep humming underneath everything. Joe Weider's Power X muscle kit promising transformation, racing systems promising profit, back issue forms inviting collectors to build their own archive of wrestling history. Every page carries ambition, every page carries belief. When you close this issue, what stays with you isn't just one headline, it's the feeling. Fans defending championships with passion. Managers maneuvering for influence. Champions speaking about responsibility. Challengers speaking loudly about superiority. Kids writing letters. Crowds filling arenas. Wrestling presented as serious, proud, contested territory. August 1977 doesn't feel corporate. It feels hungry. It feels protective. It feels alive. You can almost hear the arena when you turn the pages. You can almost feel the tension between tradition and ambition sitting right there in black and white. That's Wrestling Superstars, August 1977. See you next time. Farewell from the Empire State.